with millions of videos uploaded to the platform every single day, some have to be good, some have to be bad, and well, some just have to be weird, right? Well, today we're gonna find out. Today, we're gonna plunge back into the depths of the ocean again, because today, we'll be discussing the most weirdest YouTube videos Iceberg. Hello and welcome back to the hole in the wall. I was originally gonna make this video about the Generation Z Iceberg, but after getting a bit way of the ways through, I just couldn't connect with everything on that iceberg, as some of the stuff I've seen, some of the stuff I hadn't, and I just really couldn't connect to it. But then I found the most weirdest videos Iceberg, and I just ended up instantly connecting to a lot of the stuff on the iceberg, because I grew up a lot with the internet horror side of YouTube, and not necessarily the standard Generation Z trauma. I think this iceberg would be pretty fun and very interesting. I'm gonna cut this video into layers because I just think it'll work better, and again I get to show more clips and everything, so this will be split up into about 8 parts since this is about a 9-layer iceberg, and then at the end I'll be putting it all together for one huge iceberg. So if you're interested in this iceberg, come along with me as we discuss the most weirdest YouTube videos iceberg. Layer 1. Now this is the layer where, if you're familiar at all with YouTube, you've probably heard one or two of these before. They're like probably the most well-known horror and weird part of the iceberg that you'll probably see. Again, not all of this stuff on this iceberg is disturbing, but mostly at the top, it is very much most locally known horror content. When we get deeper in, that's when we get to the more obscure oddities of the internet. I feel fantastic. This was a music video released back in 2004 starring an unsettling robot singing an original song about them feeling fantastic. Though there were many theories made about this robot and its creator, even that they might have even been a killer, and that they were using the cloak the victims of their crimes on the robot, it eventually would come out that the creator's name, Ron Bergen, would actually create both the robot and the song as part of his ever-growing music career. Cricket video. A UK YouTuber who started in 2006, best known for creating weird and bizarre, highly edited shorts. He was so well known that even McDonald's tried to steal a video of a dancing cow concept from him, but Cricket and his audience took note of that and called him out, causing McDonald's to pull the hat and to admit yes, they did steal the concept of the video from him. YouTube animated Kids and Elsagate controversy. Now this refers to a subgenre in YouTube which was compiled only of these odd, violent, and sometimes sexual videos targeted towards kids, where it would be certain anime characters, most likely Spider-Man and Elsa, getting to these like just odd scenarios. They were just very weird videos, mainly meant to just have kids click on the video, watch a couple of minutes, and then leave. And eventually got so bad that multiple YouTubers would call this out and actually force YouTube to completely change their rules and regulations so that wouldn't be this problem on the platform anymore. But sadly, it has come back in a very different way, where now there's new characters targeted towards kids, but because of course kids aren't using the YouTube Kids app as much as they would, now being able to target a completely different audience with completely new characters. Sidemouse.avi. Now this was a video released back in 2009 that showed a loop of Mickey Mouse walking down a street. While the video distorts and you can hear screaming behind it, Mickey Mouse is also being distorted, and starting to see this very sinister grin from him. This was originally released and then had a creepypasta made about the whole video, about how it was like a lost tape from Mickey Mouse's from Disney's catalog. And I don't know why people got so scared of this one back in the day. I don't know, I just don't find the animation or the creepypasta to have been originally very creepy, but people did. But luckily enough for us, there was actually people who came back and redid the whole entire animated short. Actually, Vibing Leaf now has a video released of an entire reanimated version of suicidemouse.avi. I would recommend you guys check out Chorizo videos. Now this was a channel started back in 2013 depicting these two colored squares moving around with a high ear-piercing sound in the background. A lot of speculation at the time as to what these were, as some people thought they were government codes, while others thought it might have been some sort of cult initiation, and the rabbit hole would eventually go even deeper as it was found out that Google owned the account. Now, funny thing was a couple months later, Google would come out and say that no, these videos were to test the audio and uploading quality, audio and visual uploading quality that YouTube could have on the platform, and that's all it was. Yelling Creature. A video that was released back in 2006 which depicted a creature yelling no. But what it really was just a clay sculpture with the creator's face, Rob Herman, on it, edited onto it, and that would be the original video. SFM Gary's Mod animations. Now, Gary's Mod and SFM would take over the YouTube scene back in the day because of its just rampant inability to have people make these new animated projects without having much talent. You'll see a lot of these SFM and Gmod videos more down the pipeline, and it was just because everyone could make these animations. I mean, it made the world of animating just so much more easier. The duck song.
Walked up to a lemonade stand and he said to the man running the stand, "Hey, bump, 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 got any grapes?"
An animation created back in 2009 by Fire Force 101 that tells the story of a duck trying to get grapes from a man selling lemonade. This is probably one of the most wholesome videos I've seen in a while. I remember when this originally came out and it was just extremely wholesome. I'm sad it hasn't had a resurgence back in the world yet, but I'm hoping one day TikTok will find it, or no, maybe I don't want TikTok to find it. I feel like if TikTok found it, they would make it like weirdly, overtly sexual for some reason, or they would just make it extremely cringy. So I don't know. I'm heads or tails whether or not I want the duck song to be, revitalized in this modern era. How to basic videos. Now this was a channel that seems to be made of just normal tutorials, but it would actually come out, watching the videos for like any amount of time, you would realize that it was just this very quick videos where things would just go from 0 to 100 in just complete milliseconds, which made the videos fun. Again, the whole point of the was just to be a satire of the tutorial genre, which I think it does amazingly well. Shrek is love, Shrek is life. Okay, so you know how I said SFM was bad? Well, here you go. So this was a YouTube series that, I shit you not, was just a 50 Shades of Grey, but for Shrek-loving obsessed 4chan fans. Because this would actually start as a 4chan post, and then someone would go out and animate it, and then it got hugely popular because of how ridiculous and strange the concept was, and then the community would make more and more of these. There was actually, I think, 5 in total. Weirdly enough, it made itself into like a 30-minute watch. But also, doing research for this, I did find out that the music company Genius, which if you don't remember who that was who, made those funny live versions of those celebrities singing videos. They actually, for some reason on their website, have the full Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life, like 4chan post as like lyrics, which I don't know what to do about that. I just wanted to put this in here because I thought that was really, really weird. Hug of Wisdom. Now this would be another 3D animated video, but of a dog in a plane meeting the dog of wisdom. Now this would be created by the channel Joe, and it's just really cute. I don't know what to say. It's cute. For our final entry, this would be Obey the Walrus. Now originally I wasn't going to cover this as part of the video, but I decided to because I wanted to tell something that wasn't the video. I wanted to tell you guys about the story of the person who is in the video, as I believe the video itself is just a complete travesty to who the person was in life. The video would actually star Sandra Sadie Crisp, better known as Goddess Bunny.
Friends up in Canada, or Canada as some might call it, is like a local celebrity. I mean, everybody knows this lady. She is like, how would you describe yourself?
I'm a confused faggot with tits.
A confused faggot with tits. Well, there we go. There's a description.
What are you looking at me for? Am I getting confused
Well,
with tits too?
No, I was thinking that's...
I don't have tits.
I was actually looking down the whole list.
I can lead you a bit.
Yeah, I was just looking and thinking that's kind of what we all are.
Now, she would be an American entertainer, drag queen, and model. Born in January 13th, 1960. She had a very hard childhood growing up. She contracted polio right after birth, which resulted in disfigurement because of malpractice from her doctors. And then following that, her parents got into a very lengthy divorce, which put her in foster care for many years, where she would just go through so much abuse because of not only her physical deformities, but of the fact that she was at the moment transitioning, which would lead her to both physical and sexual abuse. And then when the divorce was settled, she ended up living with her mother, but her mother was highly religious at the time. And again, remember, this was like the 1960s, where it wasn't as socially accepted to become to come out as trans. So mother basically would never call her by the name she wanted. After graduating, the story actually lightens up for the goddess Bunny, as when she graduated high school, she actually went out to go pursue her career in the entertainment industry. She actually landed her first role in 1968 as Charlene in the film Hollywood Vice Squad, and then become a member of the drag queen community, where she would get multiple connections within the movie industry, within the music industry. She would just become very, very popular, and she would eventually be given her own self-titled documentary, which would show the underground drag world in a very positive light. Now, this also comes with the origin of Obey the Walrus, as the clip that they use is such a, again, as I said, the clip itself is just so incredibly disappointing. Again, when you actually watch the real clip, it's just Goddess Bunny having fun, dancing, and just having a good time. When you actually watch the clip, it's very wholesome, it's very uplifting. I mean, the whole documentary was supposed to be about her, her struggles and the struggles of the drag community at the time. This was one of the first times that we would see the drag community in a very positive light. And to see how that clip just completely destroyed the legacy of that movie was just so disappointing. Now, sadly, she would die at the age of 61 due to COVID-19 in January 27th of 2021, but she was given her last wish by being buried in the Hollywood Forever Cemetery. Now, there is so much more to her story, but I sadly cannot get into it here. There are some great video essays that go over her story a bit more. I might plan on doing a video essay about her life, but for what you need to know, she was a great and amazing person in life. She had a terrible childhood, but she got over it, and she was able to make an amazing life, meet amazing people, and be known by a lot of individual people. She would do great and amazing things when she was older, and from what I've read, she was just an amazing person. She was just the limelight of everyone's world, and it's just so disgusting that someone would make that video and try to tarnish that legacy, but in the end, lives on is her memory and how she made people feel, which was amazing. But this would be the end of part 1 of the weirdest YouTube videos, Iceberg. I hope you guys enjoyed. I can't wait for you guys to see the other pieces of this video, as it just gets weirder from here. Again, not a lot of horror content. It's still a lot of that weird YouTube video, but at the top later, as I explained earlier, is that more horror side of the platform. But once we do get lower, it's gonna get into like weird animations, weird videos, some stuff that I can't even show on YouTube. Even though a lot of these were posted on YouTube, I can't show some of these on YouTube because of what is contained in them. But if you guys enjoyed, please like the video, comment what you guys think is the weirdest video you've seen on the platform, and subscribe, as I want you guys to keep up with these videos and the other videos I have on my channel. It'd be greatly appreciated by me. But with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm hoping you guys will come back later on during this week to watch part 2. But with all that being said, thank you and good night.